fresh for 2024, you suckers! Is going off with Rap Critic and Muse. What's up?
Back up in that ass. But it's still the same. On the internet is where we serves arcane.
It's the same ass we're back up in.
That's right. Lubed it
Same
all.
ass, different year.
Yes, indeed.
RC, I said it at the top before we started recording here that it's been a while since we've been recording.
Since we
been a while.
heard you. My little how. That just shows you the influence of Pearl Jam. Remember that Mad TV skit?
Oh, God.
Hey, buddy, you want a guy that sounds like me?
What word have I heard referred to as Jarl?
Yeah,
the grunge rock Jarl? That fucking talk growl voice. Yeah, that shit was everywhere for a hot minute.
And it's so weird because it's like, do you know that you're doing that? You gotta know you're doing that, right? Like, there's no way you just sound like that, right? When he's talking.
Someone's gonna bring that back soon.
Dude, new metal and rap. It's fusing. It's the DBZ fusion that's happening.
You know how for a couple years there, it's kind of we're still dealing with the remnants. The female singers are doing that, like, I don't even know how you would describe the way they were singing, but they would just kind of like a baby voice.
Little baby voice, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you would describe that other than that.
It's a Britney Spears sort of influence, because it's like, her voice is lower, so she kind of does. You know, yeah.
Definitely the Billie Eilish influence, but everyone just fucking ran with it.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing that shit for about a year. The guys are gonna bring back the fucking grunge Jarl, and it's gonna be insufferable. It's gonna be dudes in their early 20s trying to apply it to like sad boy R&B, and it's gonna be the most insufferable. Goddamn, what was that one guy's name? Something about turning a hoe to a... What was that?
Oh, Lord, your kid...
The Kid Leroy. Kid Leroy, motherfucker.
Isn't he the one who... I'll be fucked up if it never right. That guy?
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's the type. Or I wouldn't put it above Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, no! Oh, the next genre he's gonna desecrate.
I want a grunge girl.
You know what there also is, though? There's a soft, gentlemanly voice, like the AJR, and that type of, art school kid voice. Like, that's kind of... You notice that, too, right?
Yeah. I have picked up on that.
It's played with a mandolin, you know what I'm saying? A little, hey, a little something like that is going on in the background,
the Lumineers, hey, sure.
No, you know.
The fake folk
wave
of a few years ago of Mumford & Son.
And you know the only reason it was happening was just to be the hard contrast against the loudness wars of the Swedish House Mafias, the Skrillexes. You know what I'm saying? We've
noticed it time and time again. This happens every few years. Things are really aggressive and loud, followed by a couple of years of things being really quiet and soft.
This is real music, actually, now. Yeah.
All just a reaction to what was big a couple of years ago, and it's a cycle that'll never end.
The pendulum swings back.
The pendulum swinging back the other way. Yep.
Oh, no, there's too much of it. Okay, we gotta start swinging back the other way.
Gangster rap being the reaction to the corny 80s break-in shit.
Right.
And then New Jack Swing being the reaction to gangster rap, and then after the New Jack Swing, things got hard again after that. We know how this goes. We've seen this play.
The rubber band bounces,
We've seen it 10 times or more.
But fuck all that. We got some business to talk about.
Before we get into the albums, I just wanted to mention real quick that if you like media analysis and me, I guess, I got a new side project with my friend Siobhan. I mentioned her on the show here before, and just a little background. After our last episode we did on the Ethel Cain Preacher's Daughter, she hit me up and she was like, hey, I got some thoughts on that album and what the themes were. And what she had said about the album was like, shit, I didn't think about that at all. So what we're doing, our new podcast, She, They, Just Like Me For Real, is a trans femme media analysis podcast where we talk about albums, movies. We even got a couple comic books and other things of that nature. Either are created by trans femmes or deal with trans femme themes. And just kind of talk about
your bonds.
Exactly. And just talk about how they hit us and what our experiences were with them, while also just kind of giving life updates and just talking about what life in our early stages of transitions are like. So, again, that is She/They, Just Like Me, FR, on Spotify. Both of us go by She, They, so we're just kind of playing off the She Just Like Me For Real meme, and just kind of going with that.
I like it. Okay, now I get it.
So we got one episode up already, and we're recording another one soon. It's basically the off weeks of Going Off. We'll be recording the other pod.
I like it.
Good fun stuff, and talking about some culture, you know? And speaking of culture, RC, we are dipping our toes. We are piggy dipping in the piggy pond this week. We got Bjork.
In the swan pond, you'd say, wouldn't you?
Oh, shit. We got Bjork back again. Requested by who other
Bjork
than
again.
Dr. Goatman.
Bjork is Bjork. Tell
Bjork is
Bjorn.
Tell
someone named Bjorn.
We're talking about Selmasongs, songs from the motion picture Dancer in the Dark.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? The name of the album is not the name of the movie?
Yeah, Selmasongs, music from the motion picture Dancer in the Dark.
Word. Was she just like, no, the album's going to be called Wreck-All, and then I'll include your... I've never seen that before. It's always Batman, the, Prince album with the music from Batman, like...
The album usually doesn't have its own title.
Yeah, like, what's going on?
Yeah, it is unique, huh? And it's incredibly short.
Yes.
It's only 31 minutes.
But a lot sounds like it was definitely put into it, specifically orchestra.
I've never seen this movie in full. I know enough about it. I read the plot synopsis. I've watched some scenes.
Yeah, what happens in this movie? Is Bjork in it?
Playing the role of Selma. She works in a factory. We'll discuss the movie as we go along the album.
Oh, that's coming into sharp relief. Okay.
Because maybe there's not a whole lot to say about the album itself, but the movie and the album together will give us a nice little conversation. So, the character that Bjork plays is named Selma. What year is this, actually? I want to double check.
2000...
Oh, yeah, I'm still right. 2023 on my checks, RC.
What?
What? Okay.
It's 2000.
So, it's 1964, RC.
Wait, what? 1964?
Bjork is playing Selma, and she's a Czech immigrant in 1964.
Oh, you're saying when the movie's
in the
playing.
movie,
Time.
yeah.
Got it.
Yup. And she has a son, and they both have a vision deterioration disorder, and Bjork is trying to work despite her vision, and she's trying to make money so she can raise enough money to get a procedure that her son's vision will be fixed and he doesn't have to worry about it. And then a bunch of shenanigans and misunderstandings ensue. But we'll get there as we go.
Sounds like a laugh a minute.
Oh, yeah, yeah, real fun film. So we open with Overture. Beautiful instrumentation intro to the album.
Oh my god, fucking regal as shit.
Yes, yeah.
Bjork, I wrote Bjork back at it again, but even more epic this time, sounding like exactly what I thought a movie budget behind this woman would sound like.
Oh my god, yeah, 100%.
with the French horns and everything. It was like, ooh. It was like, sit down, get your popcorn. We're about to have a, music for the eyes here,
It's a bummer, and we'd mentioned it on the episode with Adequate Emily when we talked about that she had such a bad experience with director Lars von Trier making the film.
Oh God! I saw his name and I was like, I was like, okay.
That Bjork hasn't done a film since. She's basically just decided, I'm just not going to do movies anymore, and it's a bummer.
Thanks a lot, Auto Primagery, fucking asshole.
Yeah, you fucked it up for everybody. Because watching Bjork act in a movie is absolutely surreal.
I've got to say,
her character in the movie is very much just Bjork coded.
Yeah, so it's like her is being her. She's so her, like Jim Carrey in his fantastically subtle role would say.
Oh, well, it's fucking wild because I'll explain what happens here. Because with the second track, Cavalda, Cavalda is the name of a coworker who works in the factory with Selma, right?
Okay.
And they both love musicals and they both love theater. And Bjork is trying to get Cavalda to just let loose and dance with her in the factory. I don't know why she thinks it's appropriate to dance in this factory where they're making metal sheeting and metal pans and everything. It's 64, so the conditions probably aren't really that great. It's not the safest environment. So, and you're already dancing and working with a woman who is lying about how bad her vision is.
Oh no!
The song here is trying to cheer this woman on of come on, get up, dance with me. And the beat of the song is made up of the noises that are happening in the factory. So you hear and Bjork along with it is going crash, bang, clank, crash, bang. And what annoys me is I think this is what people unfairly mock Bjork on, is this one performance. Because I've seen people play up Bjork is just she just makes noises and just does onomatopoeia and just
the Alex Borsteinification of her.
Yeah, it's she just saw a dancer in the dark and that was it. That's all she needed. But yeah, the song is great, and what's so interesting about the movie and why I say it's so Bjork coded is that it reminds me of two things. One of which you may have seen. Have you seen the movie American Psycho?
My brain is going oh wait, with the dude who's I'm a normal guy, except I'm totally not because I kill people and wear that slick thing. Okay, Christopher. No, not Christopher. No, Christopher.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. So many Chris's.
Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan Batman, and you got them confused there.
I see what you did. People with the same name should work on movies together. God damn it, this is confusing.
So basically, Bjork imagines that she's in a musical all the time. So
okay, that explains it. One song, all right.
So the movie, everybody in the fucking factory is getting up and dancing, and it's a big dance routine, but it's just in her head.
Is this kind of like that music video where the post the mailbox comes alive?
Yes. RC, I was gonna mention Oh So Quiet eventually. It's exactly like that. The movie is very much like that, but not as exaggerated. There's no dancing mailbox,
that seems a little too whimsical for Lars von Trier's taste.
Well, you'd think, right? But it's darker underneath. The other thing I was going to ask if you've ever seen was the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
I have not, but people have been telling me about it.
If I can do anything with this episode of the pod, is to get people to check out the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, because it's criminally under-discussed, I think. At its core, it's such a deeply depressing show, but every episode has multiple musical scenes that don't really happen, but they happen to further along the plot, you know?
The more you're describing this, the more I'm like, stop saying stuff. I think I just need to watch this.
You really do just need to see it.
Because what the fuck? On musical TV? This hasn't not sucked since the Glee, Cop Rock.
Oh, man.
This is some ambitious shit.
From there, we get I've Seen It All. In the movie, she is on a train with the guy from... You ever see that, the Until Dawn video game?
Oh, I thought you were about to say Radiohead, the guy from Radiohead.
Well, yeah, but the actor who plays the therapist in Until Dawn, Peter Stormare he sings the duet with Bjork in the movie, but we got Tom York here on the album, and that's a duet I never thought I'd needed, was Bjork and Tom York, but it makes perfect fucking sense, don't it?
Two perfectly weird motherfuckers. Like, it's just like, why has there not been an album? What's going on? What universe of music are we missing right now? Oh, wow. As soon as I looked at it, I just looked at a picture of Peter Stormare. Yeah, Fargo. Okay, now I got it.
Oh, that's right. He was the guy in Fargo. The guy who wanted the pancakes.
Yeah.
He's trying to talk to her about, like, all the things you're missing by your vision going away. Like, have you ever seen this? What have you... And she's like, I don't need to see this. I visualize it like this. So their back and forth is so incredible.
Wait a minute. Why does it go from him to her? Because it sounds like she's the one who's losing the vision. Are they both losing vision?
She's losing vision, and he's basically like she doesn't seem to mind, and he's like, he can't wrap his head around someone like not minding, not being able to see. It's like, what about your grandchildren? Like, don't you want to see them? And she's like, I don't need to, like that type of shit. Like this part where she says, I've seen it all. I've seen the dark. I've seen the brightness in one little spark. I've seen what I chose, and I've seen what I need. And that is enough. To want more would be greed. Like, her, I don't know, it's such a thoughtless, like...
It's like an passive acceptance of, the fate, sort of, like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he's over there just like, no, there's, like, so much to see. Like, I don't know why he's... Like, it's actually been kind of a jerk. Like, she's over there fine with it, right? And
he's trying to make her panic. Like, he's like, oh God, you're right. What the hell's going on?
I don't know what that looks like. Oh no! Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, dude.
She's fine.
But in the song, isn't there a part where he says, yeah, she says, what about China? Have you seen the Great Wall? And he says, all walls are great if the roof doesn't fall. So that's how I was going like, oh, that's kind of a... Wait,
I think he says that, doesn't he? Oh, no, wait, no, you're right.
Yeah, so like, what are they trying to do here?
Yeah, I lost track of that, of like, what Selma's backstory was that she's seen the Great Wall in the past, I guess.
It sounded like two lovers who are like so wrapped up in each other's arms that they're like, do you want to like actually go out and like vacation? Like, nah, fuck all that shit. Let's just stay here. Like, that's what the song sounds like.
I don't know which experience I would have rather had. The not seen any of the context of the movie and just listen to the songs, because being able to rate the songs while also knowing the purpose they play in the movie kind of taints the experience a little bit.
Oh my God, this is so disrespecting Bjork, but this reminds me of when we watched the Bash Brothers. I watched the Bash Brothers like videos, and you had only listened to the album, and you're like, oh God, these fucking assholes, they're just running the joke into the ground.
Oh, fuck. I hated that goddamn thing so much, I remember that. And I was like, no, I didn't see the movie.
It's like, no, it kind of adds a layer.
That is kind of it, because every song on the album is in the movie, but not exactly the same, which is weird. Like the next song, Scatterheart. On the album, it's a completely different version than the song in the movie. In the movie, Bjork befriends this couple who I think she either lives with or is neighbors with, and the guy in the couple, I think he's a cop, he is on hard times, and he's contemplating ending it all. He's like either in debt or something, I forget what. And he sees that Selma, Bjork's character, is putting some money away, and he steals it from her, thinking like, oh, she won't notice, she won't see that I'm stealing money. And she confronts him about it, and he baits Selma to killing him.
What?
Because he's been suicidal this whole time anyway, and it's just like, look, you've just got to do this for me. So Bjork ends up killing him, and in the movie, the song is actually called Smith & Wesson, and it's a conversation between Selma's character and the dead body, and they get up and they dance.
Fucking Lars von Trier, man.
It's fucking like, I'm so sorry I did this, and instead of on the album it's you're gonna have to find out for yourself. In the movie it's you did what you had to do. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry I killed you, and the cop's like, you know, you did what you had to do. And her son, she's like visualizing her son saying it too, like, you did what you had to do, like, you had to get the money or else I wouldn't have my procedure. So it's her kind of justifying the murder to herself. But the album version's different. And I didn't understand exactly what the context of the album version was. That's why it's a little confusing. I think one interpretation said that this song was written almost like Bjork talking to Selma's character, like, you're gonna have to find out for yourself, like, what's gonna happen next. I know the future.
Oh, bitch, I see this scene, actually. I know what's about to happen. She's like in real time talking to the character eating popcorn. Just when Kvalda comes in, like, because I had forgotten to mention just the way that track sounds. Like, so it starts with the construction noises and shit, but then the orchestration then mixes in, and then by the midpoint, it has like this glitchcore / Looney Tunes orchestral score that gets really sinister in the middle. Like, there's so much character to that song where it's just like, what in the fuck is happening right now? Like, I can see like a dead Roger Rabbit coming back to life or some shit and dancing around to this weird ass shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's so specifically weird, and then like turning into like glitch core, whatever the fuck, because someone made the video in the late 2010s or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's so insane how it sounds like ahead of its time. Like, I was like, glitch core? What year is this again?
I forgot to mention that, but yeah, the fucking beat and the instrumental of that fucking song is so fucking cool.
It's bonkers. Like, I could see the magic swirling around the room when that Looney Tunes score kicks in. Bum, 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 dum, 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 dum. It's like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
In the musicals, is Bjork in the court during her fucking murder trial?
Oh, I get it. She's in the court, and is maybe in her mind she's on the court, on the basketball court, trying to score points against the, you know what I'm saying, the defender or whatever.
It's really just like Bjork just being Bjork, just walking around singing while everybody's just kind of looking at her like,
what the hell? Why is the sneaker on the court sound happening so much? The skirts, the because I was like,
you're right. I forgot about that.
Is this a basketball? Because there's a part where you hear a ball, you can hear the ball dribbling in the mix, and then there's a part where kind of you just hear it, like really quick before it.
I forgot about that, or I didn't even notice it.
So it was one of those things where I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is like if High School Musical, like the bit about the basketball player who has to choose between the big game and the big high school play, like this is what...
Get your head in the game.
Yeah, if it was written by Bjork, I'm like, god damn it, the alternate universe where Disney took a chance.
Yeah,
dude,
right?
She's got you. You heard that shit earlier. She already knows clearly how to make, like, cartoon music. Okay. We gotta talk about this song real quick.
107 Steps?
Okay. First note, starts at 5.
Yeah. I was confused at that point.
7. It's just 5, 6, 7. I'm like, oh, okay. And then we go 107, 108, 109, 120. I'm like, okay, and then it ends at 140, and that's the whole song. It's like her counting while an orchestra slowly builds, and it's just like, why? I'm like Keenan at the end of the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah!
So, Bjork is being led from her jail cell to the gallows where she's gonna be hung. And Brenda, a sympathetic prison guard who talks to Selma, encourages her that she just needs to walk 107 steps to get to the gallows, counting them out loud, walking with her. So in the movie, and the music swelling is like, yeah, because they're getting closer and closer to the room where she's gonna die. So
the Maria Stuarda moment, opera and shit.
It's wild. And I don't even think New World is in the movie because she sings a different song. And again, if you haven't seen the movie, we're spoiling everything. But she sings a song while she has the noose around her neck and she's just like standing there like about to be hung. And at this point in the movie, like she actually is singing. Everybody is like conflated and confused and not really sure what to think about it.
Right, how people basically like an Eric Andre skit.
Yeah, but I don't think she's singing this song in particular because the lyrics here are kind of what you would... It's almost like the character after she dies because you get like, if life is seeing, I'm holding my breath in wonder what happens next, a new world, a new day to see. So she's talking about, like, you know, the new world after life, so to speak.
Yeah. Damn, that last track is fucking awesome, though. The way it, like, basically returns the musical motifs of the first intro track. Yeah.
The overscore, like, interpolates New World in a way. Like, I'm so used to overtures being, like, samples of multiple songs, not just, like, the end one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this album, for what it was... It's hard to separate it from the movie. Like, it's definitely a companion piece, and without seeing the movie, I don't know if it stands on its own all that strongly, but I still ended up walking away with a 4.
I ended up giving it a 4.5, honestly. Like, because it's so short, you know, it's like, oh, but every song is really good, but that 107 steps is just such a, what the fuck, okay. Like, it's such a, well, you really need the movie to know what's happening here. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
But I think the good mark of a musical song is when you can, like, take it out of the context and it still, like, can, you know what I'm saying, ring as a song. And I feel like most of these do. Like, pretty much all of them do. Scatterheart is the only song that I felt was the, like, you know, the most weak, but that's, I mean, coming from fucking Bjork, and it's at the end of the goddamn I've Seen It All track, so that was such an inspired, like, the train tracks being used as the beat, the gorgeous sounding duet melody over the orchestral / techno going on in there. It's just so, like, holy shit, welcome to the new millennium. Like, yeah.
Very, very ahead of its time, I think, for a film coming out in 2000. Like,
right, that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe Garbage was doing stuff like this, you know, the world is... Yeah. Remember that when it was like, oh, orchestral, but there's like a trashy sounding drums underneath it, you know what I mean? Like, pretty dope album for a shorten.
Fucking brevity is the word of the day, I think.
The soul of wit.
That is the key, I would say, when you're staring down the hour and 20-minute D12 World. RC, welcome to it. It's D12's world, and we're just living in it.
Can I tell you, I first saw D12, and I was like, oh, we're looking at Devil's Night, of course. And I was like, wait, no. D12 World? No. Like, I legitimately had to, like... No. I cannot believe this.
I've honestly never listened to either album all the way through, but I know, even with my limited experience, that Devil's Night would be the much more enjoyable listen. For a bunch of reasons here, mainly the fact that, like, the group's imploding, and, like, they're just, like, not getting along with each other, and I would say you can kind of tell. Like, it doesn't really seem like they're having as fun of a time as they did on the first one.
They're trying so hard to make it sound like they are. Like, no, we're totally having a great time, yeah. We're trying to make a crunk song for some reason, yeah. I'm having a good time on a 40 ounce, I'm telling you.
God, this album has such a identity crisis. I don't know what this is trying to be.
Let's just start with track 1.
Get up!
Where were we starting with residual orchestral music from the 8 Mile, original music from the soundtrack, Well, anyways, and now back to the fucking accordion-sounding Eminem production.
Banana fana fofana. I'm doing this whole thing for the whole verse.
What a joke! What a joke! I remember. This flashed me back. I like watching music videos on whatever the hell it was before YouTube, because it was like 2004. Like Yahoo Music or Amazon, or whatever the fuck it was. And I remember just watching this and being like, so this is the modern this is the modern guy, huh? This is what he's giving us now, huh? This is what to tune in for next, huh? Like 10 oh man, the ways are 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is what I mean with this fucking not really caring how to put the flow over the track, just kind of saying it how I want to. It's like, that sounds so boring. Like, I can see you being dead-eyed in the studio, like, just trying to get another flow, so I'm saying that it's like, what are you doing in the banana fana flow? And then he just actually says it. Like, he double says it. He's like, and it's like 12 bars into the, it's like, no, you would start with that to be like, oh, isn't it so obvious what I'm doing? But he, like, 12 bars in, he does the, so ban us, Go ban us. Banana bananas who come back all banana clips. Ooh, you like the wordplay. You like how he's juggling with the phrases. Oh, with the turn of phrase. Banana and go ban us and bananas. You want to sneak in a cabana in there?
You gotta stop.
Oh, Christ. And a bird
rocking bandanas.
Yeah, right.
Like,
oh my God.
I thought it was clever at the beginning.
Right.
He lost me pretty quick. I think he kind of brings it back eventually, honestly. Like, he pulls it back up at the last minute.
He gets in the flow of it, yeah, with the wordplay, like with the wording of things and the flow of the words a bit in a way that's so clunky at the start, yeah.
Once he gets out of the banana fana bit and he goes into another rhyme scheme, it's like, okay. Now, I don't know how I feel about D12, though.
Oh, yeah, B-Twizzy's back in this busy or whatever.
Back in the hizzy.
For shizzy.
There's a fucking song where they do that for, like, a whole bar. Like, it's fucking shizzied, hizzied, it's fucking out of its mind. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
And it's so weird, because it's like, yeah, D12, that's right, motherfucker. Bizarre at the end of the track, all over this album, by the way. This motherfucker had nothing to do but chill in the studio, I guess.
Fucking Bizarre oddly became the fucking star of the show. And I'm gonna say this as a teaser. The only time I laughed throughout the album was at a fucking Bizarre line, and we'll get to it.
The thing about Bizarre is that, like, he goes, like, negative the other way, where it's like, his bars are 70% bad, and then there'll be, like, that 30% that's so bad it's good that it flips over. You know, like... Yeah. Comes trouble up in the club. Oh, they thought this one was gonna be the club banger, did they? Oh. D12, oh, we're back, but there's only 3 of us rapping on the song in the intro for some reason. Yeah, we're back. It's like, we're supposed to be D12, and there's not even half of that here. What's happening? I know Bizarre has an interesting voice. I know Proof has an interesting voice. Mm-hmm. But And I'm always trying to feel for these other three motherfuckers that always just feel like it's like, yeah, motherfucker, general Detroit voice sounding motherfucker. That's right, bitch. And there's nothing really distinct in their styles from each other. They just kind of talk in general about general violence and shit. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, of course that guy's flow is like this and that guy's flow. You know, it's like in general, like, they're just kind of saying the same shit. And you know what really annoyed me is that, like, there are guest rappers on here that do what they're doing way better, but because they're only doing it once, it just feels like they got all of the cool ideas out once in a verse, and then the rest of D12 are trying to stretch all of those ideas out over a whole album, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, oh my God, how many times can you talk about how much you just don't care and you're going to grab someone by the throat? Like, this is, at this point, this is sub-Insane Clown Posse. And that is sad.
Yeah.
Like, Insane Clown Posse at least has the fucking pageantry and the, you know, it plays into it. It doesn't try to act like this is like, these motherfuckers are really catching charges for shooting at a whole fucking club's worth of people. Like, you wouldn't be able to do, you know what I mean? It's like we know this is ridiculous. Can you at least play it up more? Like, goddamn, I can't believe I'm saying this. Can you be more bizarre about it so it can at least be, like, interesting that you're being so wacky and dumb? But it's like, it's just general threatening shit, and then every now and then there's a good line. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's the biggest problem with the album, honestly, is that it is so long. Like,
and how much variety is there? Yeah.
Yeah, like, you just keep repeating the same kind of things over and over and over again, so it just becomes monotonous, unfortunately. Because I think there's some really good songs on here, like I think Loyalty is a damn good track. I think Everyone kills it. Obi Trice, Bizarre even, Con Artist, Conniva, Bizarre and Proof. Really strong cut.
I think that one's a cool one, yeah.
I thought Get Up was okay if you overlook the annoying name game bit. Like, I thought Conniva, Swifty, they had good verses. I don't know why Bizarre had to end it. That was weird.
Right? He's just, like, lurking all around this track. I might start a verse at any point.
If you're not careful.
Oh my God, and oh no, you've activated this trap card, because just like that we get to track 3 with a Bizarre solo track.
Look, RC, this shouldn't come as a surprise to you or anybody, but this is the worst song on the album. Bizarre and Children chorus.
Right? And the whole time it's like kids in the background, like, so it's just upping the skeeve factor, like, like kids laughing.
It's every kid laugh stock sound effect you've ever heard in the background of this fucking song.
Yeah, like, why are you trying to skeeve us out so much? And it's like, and it's not worth anything. It's not like he's, like, there was a track on a Bizarre album, on that one Bizarre album we listened to, where he's like...
Handicap Circus.
Yes, Handicap, yes. Where he's like a police officer that is like killing people because he doesn't give a damn anymore. And it's like, that's something. That's a story, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, it was a dumb story, and it feels like he switched up halfway through to be like, oh, I'm a police officer. That's a respectable job that you wouldn't expect doing something evil. But now I'm a priest, and you wouldn't expect that guy to be selling coke. And it's like, okay, I get it. Like, you know, like, and then, what was it? Oh, just to give you some of his, I got to give you some of his wonderful wordplay. Yeah. Talking nasty shit. Bizarre won't stop. I fucked 2 twins with a midget on top. A sick mind. Raping an old lady. Knowing damn well Bizarre shouldn't have a baby. It's like... Yeah, let me get my shock face mask. Oh, I'm so shocked.
Well, okay, RC, I will say this, you're right. It is just very what the fuck ever. But then why do they actually censor this song?
What's going on?
There's one part, it's in the second verse. Yeah. There's 2 lines. He says... don't go to school, become a Catholic priest, sell crack to your Auntie Denise. If Auntie Denise is short 40 cents, make her go on the ground and blank some more blank.
It's like, what could he possibly be saying that's worse than what he's already said?
I wasn't sure. I was just like, I was racking my brain. And then later, he says, you're my son, I'm trying to teach you something. You're blank years old, it's time to start fucking. I don't even want to know what he says there. You know what? Whoever produced this track, I don't remember. You're right. I did not need to hear that. Oh, High Tech. Produced by High Tech. Thank you.
At one point, he goes like, man, people are going to be pissed that I'm rapping on a track by a respected producer.
Yeah, they don't need to hear this.
That was the one funny bit where it was just kind of like, what's going on? Because he's like, man, Mos Def's going to be fucking pissed. Oh, man. Then, I'll be damned.
This was mid.
What in the world? Is this the one of three of the for the bitches joints? Is it this, you know, where we got the sleazy guitar in the background, you know? Yeah, you know. You damn right. Yes, I love Menage a Trois. And I got big draws as big as guys big wah.
Yeah.
What the fuck did that mean?
This song wouldn't have been half as bad if it wasn't for the awful bizarre verse that drug it down. Again. Like, I think just about every song is made worse by Bizarre's involvement.
And a noticeable lack of Eminem on so many of these tracks.
Good lord. Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm sorry, we're making this thing of going like, nah, bro, D12, it's the whole group. We're all the whole group. It's totally the whole group, but I'm barely showing up.
Eminem's on like 4 songs, maybe.
Yeah, because I'm looking, I was like, he's on track 1, not on... Is he on track 2?
Track 2, what was that? Loyalty? No.
Yeah. Loyalty, indeed.
Yeah, so loyal.
Well, but it's one of those things where I feel like maybe it's like he doesn't want to outshine them.
That's a good justification for his apathy towards the album, but yeah. It's like, oh, you know, I just want to let my boys shine. I don't want to take too much of the limelight from them. I mean, that's what my band is all about. So maybe, because I know they were fighting about Eminem kind of like, my band it basically is a work shoot. Like,
we're joking about the thing that's really going on.
About the real thing, yeah. So it's like, maybe they wanted some more stage time, and Eminem was like, okay, fine, I'll give y'all some more room to shine, but also, I got so much of my own shit going on right now that I don't have enough time to really work on the album.
I got an idea. You know what would have been cool? If, like, each one of them maybe got a solo track every other song or something like that.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, I get it. We're kind of trying to let everyone shine and giving it, you know what I'm saying? Just so, but Bizarre is the only one who gets. Was he really up next? Was he really the record label was like, look, the only one people can remember is the Bizarre guy. Okay, he's got the shower cap. He's next. Get him the funding for the music video for Rockstar. Let's go, because I remember that shit happening, and it's just like, really, Proof's got nothing. We don't want to do anything with that guy. All right, no. Let's
really
do this.
Was the launching pad for Bizarre's solo album. That's like all this album was.
And he gets so. I feel like on Eminem albums, he's had at least 2 verses that one I begrudgingly I remember enjoying, and the other one being like, okay, why is not Proof on here more? Why can I not hear Proof more? And then of course he's the one from the group who dies. It's always the people I like. MCA dead. The smoky voice motherfuckers just have to go. I don't know why.
And we'll get to the surrealness of Proof's involvement in the album later.
All these talks about violence and shit, and then it's like, but
we don't need to spend too much time on it because I think we've discussed it before. But I like my band. Wait. I thought you were about to talk about the skit right before. This skit sucks butt. Where it's like, hey, I'm trying to get back to Eminem. What? Who are you? Oh, we're treating you like you're nobody. It's like, yeah, I get it. Like, what happened to the Eminem skits where it actually sounded like they were in a fucking... You know what I'm saying? There was actually, like, production, a script. Remember, I was like, this album was brought to you in part... Oh, what the fuck? We're picking this guy up and we're dragging him by this... You know what I mean? Like, what happened to actual sound quality in these things? What's going on? Absolutely no passion, no heart.
Now, and I say all that to say that by the time I got to this track, especially in the ocean of trash that is this album, I was like, you know what, man? That music is right. The song ain't that bad.
It's funny. It's a funny song.
Absolutely right. No, as I was like looking at it, just being like, let's like, go tit for tat on what the lyrics are about. I'm like, I remember like mainly only laughing at the Kaniva and Con Artist verse, of like, there's like, I was about to tell him off, man. I thought you was about to say talk.
Man, shut up. Yeah.
I was about to talk right after you. But, yeah,
Eminem's verse is so fucking funny, though.
Yeah, I remember feeling like after the first verse, like it felt like it was just repeating the joke, you know what I mean? Like, but going back to it, I actually do like, I was looking back, I was like, actually, there's some fun gems in here. And I completely forgot about the proof verse, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
What was I should cut a back off of the music sounds. Hey,
there you go.
I was like, wait.
That's such a fun moment.
I was like, and then
I can't lie. I seriously do laugh every time, especially when I drop the beat and do my acapellas.
Yeah.
when they don't do that.
Yeah, right. Like this isn't what they are at all.
Like, the fact that they're actually treating it like a boy band is very funny to me.
Yeah. There was the one line, though, that I remember Proof being like, and these guys like, funny, here we go. Proof, carry my bag, bitch, carry on. Can't make it to the stage, security in my way. And then the guys in the background saying, who the fuck are you? Where's Obi and Dre? And I was like, hold up. No one's saying where's Obi. No, don't do that. Don't try
where's Obi and Dre? Yeah. No, that's not true. He was on one song earlier and he did fine. And
you
then what?
Got to lie.
Just because of Without Me?
Oh
Obi
my God.
Trice. No names, no gimmicks.
I feel like there is so much saltiness going on. I mean, no, there is for sure. Of like, well, you promoted them, but why did you promote us? And let's make a quote-unquote joke about how they're trying to promote this guy instead of us now. And it's like, okay, guys, do we have any artistic control here? What's going on? We can talk about this before we make the music, right?
I gotta point out this annotation on Genius. Where Eminem says, my salsa, my salsa.
Oh, the worst part.
Yeah, it really didn't have to have this part. If you click it, it says, everyone is still waiting for the My Salsa single to this day, with 75 thumbs up. Fuck out of here.
The fucking weak-ass My Milkshake parody. Who the fuck needed that?
Yeah.
And the only reason you know that they did it is because, well, that little Spanish guitar was playing in the background. So he's like, fuck it. I'm high in the studio. I'm on fucking Quaaludes or whatever the fuck rare shit I can get my hands on, because I'm fucking don't give a shit. Yeah, let me just fuck around. My salsa makes all the pretty girls want to dance. They got to run the... It's just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the video where it's like, oh, he wakes up and where'd everybody go? It's like, what? What is the joke that he's not popular? Because he is, like, what?
All the problems happening in the song that we're all just joking about, they're real, so...
Yeah.
Like... Then we get another throwaway track in You Are the One.
Oh, Lord, what a waste. Get this shit out. This, I think I remember seeing this video and where it didn't have... It's so funny. It's like, I hate this, like, album... Like,
I hate this album. RC, in quotes, rap critic. I hate this album, ...
No, it's just one of those things where it's like, as I think about each song and the videos coming up, I'm like, I in the moment I go like, I barely remember anything from this stupid ass album. And then I go like, oh wait, no, I remember directly seeing that and having the reaction of, yeah, this is boring. Where's Eminem? And it's like, I'm sorry guys, but you gotta make an interesting enough song so that people don't ask that question.
Yeah, like, y'all understand though, right? Like, at the end of the day...
Like, there's a reason why you're not popping, like, and I'm sorry, but it's like, this song is actually the perfect example. I get it, the joke is supposed to be, ooh, here's a love song, but actually I'm talking about how I'm gonna shake the shit out of you, and I don't give a shit, and all this type of shit, but it's like, but it doesn't even really go all the way with it, so like, there are points of like genuine, sincere things where it's like, oh, okay, where then you can tell they're trying to be sincere, and then other moments where it's like, well, then what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it's like the Insane Clown Posse song would be the, you know, like the dating game or the Ned game. You know, it's like,
oh yeah.
It would be the whole time. It would be like hey, you know, I'm going up to, you know, I walk up to the bar and up to the counter and say that I can't believe how fucking fat you are. You know, it's like, I like the way you make your titties shake, and if you lost a little weight, you look like Ricky Lake. You know, it's like it's just, he just keeps going at it with, you know, of course this is a, you know, fucking, you know, rapscallion, whatever piece of shit guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the idea. But with this, it feels like they're trying to, like, have it both ways, because it's like, whoa, the hook sounds kind of smooth. Oh, and with the boobies, I can truly say, girl, you are the one, you are the one, you are the one. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to go for it. But then, what's that one lyric? I love the way your body grinding all on my face. The only thing on your mind is which wallet to rape. Like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one.
And then, what is even going on? Like, this is the thing. It's not bizarre. It's not weird enough to not feel like it's just a normal controlling guy would probably do this. Like, yeah, you the truth. I'm for real, yo. I love you to death. And if we break up, I'ma stalk you and bug you to death until you're scared to leave the house because you know I'm in the bushes. We went from hugs and kisses to shoves and pushes. It's all love. Take it in stride. I'm only joking with you. I don't get down like that. You know I'd never hit you. It's like, what?
But do I?
But still, and yet, if you ever feel like I'm about to, I'll gently grab your shoulders and shake the shit out you guys like, haha, yeah, I heard that Chris Rock skit too. That was like a couple of second skit, not a whole fucking verse. You know what I mean? Like, 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning, stop that fucking get up.
Good morning, Vietnam. What the fuck happens in the song again?
I don't remember. It's definitely one of the catchier tracks.
Eminem's here again. Yeah, Eminem's doing a hook.
Yeah, how about that? He's back.
But he's doing that flow where he sounds like he's kind of tuned out, and it's like, what is it? He goes like, oh, at the beginning he goes like, come on, you know what time it is? Stop sleeping on my group, bitch. It's like, bitch, first of all, you're barely here, all right? And stop sleeping through these fucking flows, bro. The fucking... Well, it's so contrived. Like, when you can feel the rhyme is not landing on the right, like, rhythmic beat, and they're, like, putting in stuff that's really trying to fit in what they wanted to say before their flow. It's like, I'm the beautifulest thing, and you're gonna miss me when I'm gone, like Keith Murray when he threw a stool at a girl and hit her accidentally. It's just like, oh my God. It's like, dude, come up with a more efficient way to say that.
I think How Come is definitely one of the most interesting tracks on the album because it's
fucking highlights.
It's a diss track where everyone involved is in on it. Like, Eminem's verse is about Proof, and then Proof is on the song later. Like, that's wild to me. I almost said bizarre, but...
And what is it? I think the second verse is clearly about Eminem.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those, like, I remember when this video dropped, and I mean, I still felt like Eminem is still gonna be in white heat with these hooks and then eat. Like, the Eminem wine had run its course at this point, you know what I mean? Like, but the verses were so interesting where it was just like, whoa. Like, it's one of the, like, you know when you're really getting the Rashomon, hearing different people's perspectives, you know what I mean? Like, Eminem over here, like, like, usually with a song like this, it really is like, you can tell it's one-sided. One person's clearly wrong and one person's clearly on the right, and they just need to come to this end. You know what I'm saying? But the way the hook, like, sets it up, it's like, I am thinking that we are family right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that, like, this is all good. And it's like, but what's going on? Like, I don't even feel the same way. And I heard through the grapevine, we even beefing now? What? After like, something about that line just hits so hard. And I hear through the grapevine, we even beefing now? After all the years we've been down, ain't no way, no how. This bullshit can't be true. We family, ain't a damn thing changed. Unless it's you. Like, whoa.
I do like the, except it's you, like the way it's tacked on. Very good.
It's so emotionally just cutting right in there. Nothing's changed. It's you.
Now, I got a question for you. It's a fucking damn good song, right? At any point, did you think to yourself, I wish this song would have also had a Bizarre verse on it? Because there is one.
But yeah, Eminem like has a really good verse where it's like it feels like it's setting things up like, well, everything was great, everything was like, you know, we were doing our best, but then sometimes I just want to know, why is it that you succumbed to yours and I survived it? You ran the streets, I 9-to-5'd it. We grew apart as time went by us. Then I blew up to both and more, yours and mine surprises. Now I feel a vibe, I just can't describe it. You know, like I feel like the way he's setting things up is so like perfect, and it's just like, oh yeah, okay, I can see this. Like, so maybe you could see he's really saying like, yo, is this a little bit of jealousy going on right now? Like, wait a minute, bro, because I never changed how I felt about you. So if there's conflict and I haven't changed how I felt about you, what's going on? You know what I mean? Then you get Con Artist verse where he's talking about like, yeah, you know, it was my dream at first to be all spitting a verse on my own album with a deal, but shit got worse. I told you don't get involved with her. You was smoking the car with her, coming out the bar with her, stumbling half drunk like I was her husband or wife or something. But me catching her fucking other niggas must have hurt your pride or something, because you were about to mouth to people like you wanted with me, when all I tried to do was show you that that bitch was shifty. And so it's like, like we've... Is this a problematic person that your friend has been trying to tell you about for years and you're just not listening? Like, is that what's happening here? Like, oh, okay. Like, well, they really just, because, you know, like, we fucking know about them because he fucking tells us every goddamn thing. And now it's like, oh, now we're hearing from someone else kind of telling, like, you know, if we would let him tell it, it's like, oh, we're both just so screwed up and da-da-da. And let him tell it, it's just like, dude, I've been trying to tell you, you need to get out of this. Like, you know? Oh man. And then Proof has his verse at the end. I just really love how it goes, like, how come when you talk it's a bit of spite? How come it's a fault what you did with your life? You know, like, oh shit.
The way they got Eminem on that verse was like, ooh.
Yeah,
oh
cool.
Shit. And then, immediately after that, on the extended verse, and Bizarre is like, hey, girl, we get into screaming fights. It's like, stop! What are you doing? Right.
It's like, just let it be what it's about.
You fucking ruined it. Like, they don't even give him a full verse. It's like him and, I think, Con Artist, like, share a verse. Like, they both have, like, they both go in halvesies on a verse. It's like, after Proofs, you come back again with a tacked-on Bizarre Con Artist verse? Fuck that. Then Leave That Boy Alone is okay.
Oh my god, I can't fucking stand it. This and I'm going to get my gun.
I liked Get My Gun.
These fucking Yosemite Sam wannabe Bubba Sparks ass fucking hooks. What are you doing, Eminem?
That's true.
Like, what is this? And it's like, it's so that in the same way that they are joking but not joking about the beefs that they are having right now, they're also doing the joking but not joking about trying to get in on the crunk thing. Like, I'm doing an over-exaggerated voice, but hey, maybe it'll hit further. Like, I can so feel that that's what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, and just for the, oh my god, and it's also for the sake of those awful accents to help him force those rhymes. Better leave that boy alone, cause they don't. Y'all know he might come back home, and they don't want to come back strong. I wouldn't get that boy gone. You know, it's just like, stop.
Yeah, I didn't really care for Leave That Boy Alone. I got what they were doing, but I didn't love it. Get My Gun, I thought was a fun track. I thought the beat was really fun.
You're right, it is the better track. And I liked how
silly the whole, like, Eminem being shitty with a gun is very funny to me.
That was actually, I do think it is funny. There's, like, an ongoing saga of, like, Eminem actually being quite incompetent with guns.
Yeah.
I'm like, didn't he, like...
It's fucking canon at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, so what was it? Oh, but there was one line in Leave That Boy Alone where he goes, I think it's Swifty, he goes like, now time for the why what's. I'm writing these 5 words. Fuck you dick riding niggas, count it, it's 5 words. It's like, yeah, that's not impressive.
Run it back. Count it back.
It actually was 5 words. Oh.
Damn, you got me.
And then 50 Cent randomly talking at the end. Like, what was he even saying?
Oh, wait, he did?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, because he goes like, It's like at the tail end of the fucking song. Like, it's basically on the Spotify thing. It's like fading into the next song as you're hearing it. You know what I mean? Like when he's like everybody who purchased my CD, then they'll need to learn what to tell them what you like about me. And I'm like, what? What did that mean?
Everyone who purchased my CD, then they'll have to learn what to tell them what. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. I was so... Like, at first, I thought it was like like everybody who purchased my CD, you're gonna do what I tell you, and then we're going into the next song, I'm going to get my gun. Like, that's what I thought what was happening. But then I went back and was like, no, it's actually more bizarre than that. Like, I don't know what he's trying to say. Like, everybody who purchased my CD, so like all those people, then, okay... They'll need to learn what to tell them what you like about me. I'm like, did we cut in the middle of a sentence or something? I don't know what that means. What's happening? And then why is 50 Cent here? I thought the whole thing was fuck everybody else on the label, bro. It's D12's time to shine with the second album, goddammit. Why is 50 Cent here and not rapping a verse? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's very wild to me that he's just not on a song. Like, if he's here...
But they recorded, he was clearly in the studio, or they were able to get a snippet. Why use it if you're not gonna have him be here? Like, were people really just gonna be like, oh yeah, 50 Cent, no big deal, he's just on the album for a sec. Like, what?
Yeah, according to what I read on Genius, I think they basically said, like, after 50's album dropped on Aftermath, like, all the attention was on him and what Eminem was doing, and, like, no one cared about the D12 album anymore.
Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, even them, I don't even think they cared, really.
But I do like, I wanted to give a couple props to the fucking Eminem verse, because it starts, you hear, like, a skit going on in the background, he's just like...
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, at the very beginning, there's a guy who's going, like... You know, he's talking to, I think, con artist. He's like, fuck that, the motherfucker want to pop shit to me? He's like, man, he wasn't popping shit. He's like, no, I'm going to get my gun. Like, no, you heard him, he was popping shit. What shit? No, you heard him. Like, and I was like, he asked for your autograph. And he's like, no, fuck that, I'm getting my gun. And it's like, dude, no, I'm telling you, it's not that bad.
It would have been better if it didn't end with Bizarre again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready to blow this bitch's brain out. I'm nervous. I farted and some shit came out. Time's up. Shot her with the gun. Got on my cell phone and called Reverend Run.
Oh.
And all this crazy shit, I regret it. All because I wanted to see Elton John naked.
Cut the track and let the laughs just come in.
We are immediately rewarded with everybody then saying how funny Bizarre is.
How does he do it? How does he come up with these fucking
He must have called up Fat Father for that one.
Oh my god.
Fat Father's ghost riding for Bizarre.
It's Bizarre, like the heart of the group. He's like the old dirty bastard. He's like, you think that he's like, you know, just an auxiliary. No, he's just a dude who fucks around and gets high all the time. But actually, he's the one who brings everyone together. Like, is that what's happening here? Because why are we focusing so much on this guy?
Everybody's in the studio arguing. They're throwing shit. Eminem and Proof are fighting. Fucking Bizarre comes out. He does a little dance, and everyone's like, oh, that's right.
Bizarre is the fucking truffle shovel guy in the group. You know, he's the... Remember this, and he like picks his nose and eats it in front of everybody.
They're like,
he's so willing to go there. He's so willing to go there.
Fuck. That's exactly what his role is. Because everyone's just like, man, you're fucking crazy. You, like, come over here and say some of that. Come over here and say some of that funny shit you said earlier. And then he does, and it's just not funny.
And it's only 4 bars. Like,
he says, okay, I'm just gonna read this off because it's too fucking funny. Kick that shit in here. Want to kick some shit, man? Turn the radio down, dog. Turn the radio down a bit. And then Bizarre is just like all up on the mic and he just goes, my girlfriend's in the Olympics. She's running track meets. I'm lying. She's paraplegic. She eats with her feet. Someone's like, and he goes, the fuck you laughing at? She'll be here in 2 weeks in a black Jeep with 2 other handicapped freaks. And that shit's dope, man. That's some crazy ass shit.
Stop right there, stop right there. Too much fire.
You're like, get the fuck out of here.
It's like, that would be an okay start, to a shock rap verse. But, like, that's it? That's the fucking voila? What the fuck?
Just moseys on up to the mic. It's like, here's just something I was working on. And everyone just eats it the fuck up.
And now to go back to my chamber to come up with another thinker.
Here's one for the bitches.
Bitch. God. Bitch, shake that ass. Bitch, bitch. Oh, hot chicks. They don't actually listen to the degrading things we're saying about them. Yeah, this was funnier as like a 1.5 minute Chris Rock bit. Like, I don't need a whole song about this.
It's like, it's a fun enough track. I think it's okay, but
that's
the
overall thing. Like, I don't
message is fucked. Like, no one's listening to this in the club anyway. Like, this isn't what's playing in the club.
Eminem fucking burping and babbling and fucking tripping over his nuts. Like, I got the verse that I'm gonna say this and oh fuck, you fucked up my verse, bitch. But I'm gonna roll with it because I don't care about this album, so we'll just do the first take. Who gives a shit?
Oh shit! Damn, yeah.
It's like, dude, sound like you care. Oh my God, like, I get, we're supposed to sound like we don't care, but it's like, no, but like the joke is that you actually are doing a good job at putting together, the soundscape of the motherfuckers who are the, what I'm saying, badass motherfuckers who don't give a shit. But when you actually don't care, it's like, we can hear it, like, you know what I mean?
I will say, the skit with Bizarre is actually kind of funny.
Which skit?
It's in Bitch where who the fuck? It's Con Artist. Oh, it's not Bizarre. It's fucking Con Artist and Conniva. I'm sorry, I thought Bizarre was in that bit.
Yeah, that's why I like this song. Yeah, because that verse is actually really good.
where this woman comes up and one dude is trying to be all cool and the other one is just like, man, fuck that, and he just ruins it for both of them. That's pretty funny.
He's like, it's like, nothing. He said you seem stressed. Nah, you got big breasts, huh? And you wearing a nice dress. Cause I was finna say, you wasn't finna say shit. Excuse me. He said Michael Jackson just got another facelift. It's like, dumb hoe, nigga, no gumbo. He wanted to cook some for you tonight.
It goes on for like way too long. You're just like, there's no way she'd be like, exactly. Okay, that many times.
It's like, man, how loud is this club? I need to get my hearing checked. Yeah. Oh man,
that shit was pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, and then I will say, like, just because it just went to fucking Homer Simpson status, Bizarre had a fucking moment where he goes like, ever since I was I've been starting to hate. I said fuck the hoes and started eating cheesecake, scrambled eggs and steak, strawberry and grapes. Damn it, that sounds great. Hold on, Bizarre, wait. And like the music changes, so it sounds like he's like going into a dream state of like thinking about food.
Oh yeah! and then someone's like, busy! And they're like, yeah, that's right.
Okay, back to the bitches. Wash the dishes after that. Give me stitches. A fucking half Indian chick sucked my dick. And I didn't remember, like, okay. I don't, like, what? I don't give a shit, dude. Like, I had an Indian chick suck my dick, and I didn't remember, but I just wrote a verse about it.
Then we get the title track deep into the album.
Hold on, wait, don't disrespect Steve's Coffee House. Come on now.
Oh, that's right. My mistake.
What in the fuck is this doing here? Some asshole on a guitar doing the fucking, the easy eat. Now the boys in the hood are always hard. Come talking that trash and we'll pull your card. It's like, I've been to 7 places. I've fucked 100 faces.
Oh, that's
but
right.
Nothing jumps up to the blue and purple, yellow. It's some stupid shit. It was just like, and then he switches to another one, and I'm like, why is this here?
It's something for the fans to be like, I remember that.
I remember when they had hit songs that I liked. And
it's like, where'd those times go? Where did the time go?
And the thing about it is, like, they barely commit to it. And then, like, he switches between songs halfway through. And I'm like, you hear the guys in the background are just fucking cracking up. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I don't know, guys, it's not that damn funny.
They're dying.
Yeah, like, I think that's what makes it more annoying. Or you're just like, Guys, really? This is killing you. Him just confusing blue and yellow, purple pills, like that's cracking you up. Mm-hmm. How high are you guys?
Yeah, that's a good question. D12 World, produced by Kanye.
Whoa, okay.
I didn't know, like, I saw that at the top of the page, and I was like, I'm making note of that, because that was fucking weird as hell to me.
That is so insane, because, like, this is the track where I was like, this sounds the most like a, hey, we're back to the old D12. Here's a beat that sounds like we're in that crazy D12 world where, there's hookers and junkies all on the corners and heroin needles. So, don't you want to be a part of that world? Don't you want to be a part of Cool World, the fucking Ralph Bakshi painting that we're showing you that is this song? And the thing about it is, the hook sucks. It's like, welcome to D12 World, where you can get anything from sex X to girls. Like, what?
Yeah, that's a weird way to phrase it, huh?
Wouldn't sex be covering the girls? Like, you know what I mean?
You
like,
think? Yeah.
You get sex and girls? Like, wait, was the sex with just dudes and then you have to pay extra for the girls? What the fuck? Hey, that's for one specific type of audience. Oh, come on, that's not fair.
No,
you gotta get the premium package for the girls.
These really short, like, mid to okay verses, like...
Oh, man, what is going on?
There's not really a whole lot here, really.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's called D12 World. Welcome to D12 World. And it's like, are they giving you the imagery? Are you really getting, like... Because this party goes like, step into us, you can't be the smartest, because you'll get dropped like an Aftermath artist. Ha! It's like, guys, maybe leave. Maybe just leave instead of making this album. Like, if you're that unable to hide it. Like,
yeah.
But then Con Artist just kind of comes in, and I think this is his whole verse. This verse is supposed to be about, the deranged, crazy world of D12 and what's behind door number 6. Well, I guess door number 5 because Eminem's not on this track. So, Con Artist, and what's the piece of his mind that he's gonna give us? I've been doing this thing for a minute, and I'm starting to see my little brother Caleb look more like a star than me. That's why I just started working out. Man, this shit ain't working out. Welcome to D12 World. What in the fuck? Like, dude, was that a therapy session? What's going on right now? Like,
yeah.
I feel like my little brother is cooler than me, even though he's not even, like, he's just a doctor in the local, in Detroit, and I feel like he's got more going on than me. I'm just, and I tried working out, but it's really hard. What is this?
It ain't working out.
Yeah, what? And you hear him in the background working, like, trying to lift the weight, and it's not working, Then you get Bugs 97. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, everyone in this group, like, it seems so boring next to this guy who, clearly was, like, trying to prove himself, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, I bet you if we listened to freestyles from all of these guys, they probably sound way more full of life than they do on this goddamn album. Like, I gotta say, like, he has some really cool shit. He says, I'm persistent when it comes to binge shit. Smoke the blunt with my judge right before the sentence. I'm relentless. To deny is senseless. Your bitch pay my bills. That's where the hell you rent with. It's like, like that's a fun little earring.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think the other guy, Young Z, had his verse ending about like, I'll throw your ass out my truck while I'm driving it still, motherfucker, or something like that. Just fun little like crazy, wild out, wacky imagery. Like, just give me that. I'm not even asking for no deep shit. Just make the bar to bar interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we get Good Die Young, which, is a heartfelt track, but it starts with Bizarre, and the whole time I was just like, okay, is there some dumb joke coming? Because that's always what happens.
I felt that too.
Yeah, I was like, just on edge.
I think he added a little bit of heart, like
you're right, he did. But it was just the anticipation.
The fact that he didn't do anything silly and like offensive was like, oh shit, man, like this is fucking Bizarre straight from the heart.
Exactly. We got Bizarre to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, I think Good Die Young is easily one of the best cuts on the album. Same with Keep Talking, honestly. I think these last 2 tracks are some of the best on the whole album. And then we end with Keep Talking. I'm like so tired from this fucking album. I'm so worn out.
Like, it's not even that bad of a track, right? But it's like, it's just, we've heard this.
It's just the fact that it's at the end, man. But I gotta say, and here's where it is. The funniest part of the whole album that actually got me to laugh was during Bizarre's verse. He says, "Let's make a trade, my wife for your brother. Psych, I'm not bisexual, I'm intellectual, transsexual with 1 testicle. I ain't saying shit just 'cause it rhyme. I got colon cancer. I'm dying." Sincere when he says it.
I got colon cancer. I'm dying.
So then you clearly know how to make jokes. Like,
yeah, you are funny this whole time.
Why are you just not trying? What has happened?
No.
And then, oh my God, what Proof coming in and say, "Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G. I'm probably the best, God in the flesh. Blow your heart out your chest. And your chest out your vest, leave your body a bloody mess, bloody as hell. Yeah, I'm shooting you, pow, pow, Yosemite Sam." And I'm just like, oh God. Like, the last thing he says, he has the last verse. That's why it feels so weird. He has the last verse saying, "Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G. Men gunned down, artists, legends gunned down before their time by senseless violence. Anyway, I'm gonna blow the shit out of you. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you motherfuckers. You're gonna be so dead. You're gonna be full of holes like SpongeBob." And it's like, oh man, like they couldn't have seen it, but god damn, it is not fun to listen to.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like I said, the last verse.
I got a 3.5.
You generous bastard. I got it at 2.
2. Wow.
Because, man, and it's so interesting going back to this, because, like, the songs with guest people are actually pretty good. The singles I actually don't dislike as much as I thought I did. Like, 40 Ounce is definitely a basic bitch song, but, like, I like it well enough, like, if this was a hit single, I wouldn't complain, you know what I mean? I'd be like, okay, I get it. How Come is a genuine, like, holy shit, we're really talking about the issues that are going on right now, you know what I'm saying? You Are the One's a fucking dud, and god damn it, I can't front on my and basically being the culmination of what is really wrong with this album.
Yeah. If there is an album that you would like to request for a future episode of the Going Off podcast, all you gotta do, god damn is it simple, all you gotta do is head on over to our Ko-fi. You've heard of it. It's ko-fi.com/going-off GOINOFF. One-time donation gets you an album request review on a future episode of the show. RC, help me please.
Help me, Rhonda. Or you can head on over to our Patreons. I got my Patreon still bucking and going. I'm actually revamping it to try to do a sort of once a month charge to try to be like, I'm kind of like getting things a little well financially, so I'm like, okay, let me try this out. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to do once a month charges instead of per creation to try to be like, okay, and then give like perks to people giving a higher donations. So like $10 donations, there's private streams. $20, you can request 3 songs during those private streams, and people can see it later, but you get it exclusively on the Patreon. So I'm trying to do fun little stuff for the people in between doing the other stuff that is taking me so long to put out because of life. But so yeah, the Patreon, the Ko-fi, that's the main things to remember, right? Yeah. And so let's get the fuck up out of here.
I'm Muse.
And I'm Rap Critic. It sounded like you said I'm used.
I mean, that too.
I'm spent.
I'm used up.
And I'm the Rap Critic. And the podcast machines, they greet you and say, we tap out our podcast and sweep you away. I was trying to do a Bjork voice, but it wasn't.
I know.
Sounding like a slightly sick lamb, but with a really strong voice.